ways of expanding out of this scale entirely through the G sharp will appear. You can expand into, other scales that have this note in common as far as the outline of the scale, but that comes in time. So yeah, the whole scheme of the symmetry and things falling in line is there. Now, something happens. You see the transitioning of chords. You can change chords, move around, and as your composition becomes complex, something happens to the line of symmetry. As you deviate, as your compositions become complex, you can deviate from the line of symmetry. And when you do that, you have to keep an eye out for the nearest possible next line of symmetry and lean towards that and almost try to create it, fluidly transition. And if you follow in real time, you literally see your line of symmetry moving, changing as your composition around it changes. When you compose around this one and then you deviate and then start to compose around what's relative to that deviation, next thing you know, you have a whole new shape that's not even related to this line of symmetry, but then that shape will lean towards its own line of symmetry. It might go this way, it might go that way. You look for it, keep an eye out for it, and find it. That way, when you stray far out, take that trip to Jupiter and Saturn, and it starts to get cold and you want to come back a bit and maybe restock or warm up, you have your trajectories, your telemetry, your compass. You keep track of what's going on, and you can plot your way out and plot your way back. Now, what we're going to do from here is the next diagram. We're going to put this major scale fitting inside the chromatic scale, but instead of drawing the chords, we're going to draw the pentatonic scales that fit in there. There are pentatonic scales that fit in there, and for the C major scale, there are 3 of them. One of them will share this line of symmetry. Already I can see it. It's the C, D, E, G, A pentatonic scale, and it will have this same line of symmetry, but there's 2 more. One will go this way. I can see it now. It's the A, G, F, C, D, and then there's another one that's the B, A, D, B, A, G, E, D, and its line of symmetry will go this way, and the other one's line of symmetry will go this way. They'll crisscross across the main line of symmetry. This will remain the main line of symmetry, but then you'll see 2 other lines of symmetry crossing it, and those will be alternate lines of symmetry, and they will be reference points from which you can find your way back to this scale or this scheme of harmony. You can find your way out of this scale. Maybe you exit through here and then you go on to something that's far from here, and then you are looking for reference points to get you back here. Well, you might remember this line of symmetry, but you don't see it. Well, maybe you'll see that alternate line of symmetry that's coming from that one of the pentatonic scales that fit in here, and then you'll have two of those. Other than this one, you'll have this one, and then you'll have 2 others. So if you don't see this one as you're composing around, maybe you'll see the other one come in, and then you can latch onto that, and once you've latched onto that, it's an easy way to get back. So if that one is going through G and C sharp, somehow you're playing in G sharp, and then you find yourself at C sharp, then you can get back to C scale by coming to G. Or maybe you were, where is it? Let me see if I can find one there. And okay, that was G to C sharp. Okay, you have A to E flat. Maybe you're playing around G sharp, C sharp, E flat. You find yourself at E flat and you want to come back to C major scale. Well, you'd see that you go to A. Well, anyway, this diagram right here with the augmented chord isn't really showing well. what I'm trying to explain. But when I go to the next diagram and we cover the whole basis of filling in pentatonics and show alternate lines of symmetry and relativity with it all, then you'll see more what I was trying to explain with you know, being at E flat and finding your way back to C major scale by going from E flat to A. That's E flat. Anyway, harmonics. Let me take a break here and then come up with the next diagrams and then begin the next segment.